Oh yeah, bottles. You can't. Is there? What do you drink? What else? Tupperware? What else do you drink? Fucking beer out of?
Can.
Ew.
Cans.
God, I thought only like desperate alcoholics
And rednecks.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're good for shotguns.
Hey, this is the pre-show. We don't start alienating rednecks till about 2/3 of the way into the show.
Oh.
It's like I'm
Oh
here.
well. I don't know if you have any China news today, but I have a brief China news, so we can alienate them right at the beginning, like usual.
Good. Yeah, we'll get that done straight away. That's always good.
Hey, you're listening to That's Life, the podcast designed with your laughter in mind. So please sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained. That's life. And we're back.
Hey.
Yes. Episode 23 of That's Life.
23. That means she's just old enough to keep as a
this is
relationship.
Episode 23.
Yeah.
Which I recently turned.
Yeah, whoa.
Save it for what's new, man.
No, that was very apropos. That's
that was
Just happened last week. It's still new.
it makes it like a very
it was like
planets aligning.
A very
sort of
special episode
23
Yes.
on the 22nd.
with a very special
I'm
guest.
here for the 23rd show.
This week on
Everything's 23.
A Josh-e-mon's
All of a
tale.
sudden, fucking Jim Carrey shows up with a fucking notebook and shit written all over the place.
And yes, episode 23, very exciting, and we are here. We've got some Sam Adams. It's
And some
about 600,000 degrees outside, plus humidity. It's kind of like walking through the devil's ass. It's hot, it's humid, and sticky, but it doesn't smell like devil dookie. So,
Nope. Tastes
Today's
like
weather
delicious,
is brought to you by
delicious
Mudbug.
beer.
the sticky picker-upper. So, we now that we start on, we got some good scatological humor going on. We put our best foot forward for
up the
episode
pooper.
23. Yeah, it's highbrow all the way.
Welcome to episode 23, where we defecate on
We
your
talk
sense
about
of humor.
duties. So, what's
Preenus.
new? We've got so much exciting what's new. We're going to start with Josh-e-mon's what's new.
What was my new? Being 23?
Yes, that's right.
right.
Ladies and
23
gentlemen,
years
he has
new.
turned 23 years old.
Yes.
Just remember, check out youtube.com. Find Josh's dating thing. Watch it. Love it.
Yes.
Give him your phone number.
Josh-e-mon dating
Dating
Yes,
commercial.
Josh-e-mon's
God damn, that's all
my
That's
God.
Life dating service. Just make sure you check it out. And if you're interested, just contact us via the usual means, either on Facebook, or you can drop us a line at that'slife@that'slifepodcast.com.
That's right. Do
Or
it.
become my friend on Facebook and stalk
No,
me.
you're not involved in this. That's why we have the dating service.
Right. We have to have sponsored boobies in your face.
And we screen them
Sponsored.
for you. So what we do is we'll get like
We
a
jam the boobies right through a screen door.
a scarecrow version of you with like a hat turned a little sideways, and we'll say, "This is our friend Josh-e-mon." And if they say, "Why won't you fuck me?" or start attacking you, we're like, no. Attacked him with a knife. You're out
Gotta
of
go.
here. You're out.
Sorry.
So, well, yes, 23 years old for
Happy
Josh-e-mon.
birthday.
Yes.
Wow, that's exciting.
Wow.
I love the way you just. Ooh, it really popped that news.
He was really drunk last night, and he's still almost
still
over.
recovering?
Oh my goodness.
So we were all really drunk last night.
If I haven't seen anybody drink that much in a very long time.
Oh shit.
By anybody, I mean like a group of people. I think we've definitely
we had enough fucking alcohol because I
broken
brought
new ground.
I brought 2 12 packs. He bought 2 fucking 24 packs.
freaking
There was like all kinds of actual like real liquor. It was
Oh,
ridiculous.
shit.
It
It's fun though. I remember the whole night, so that's good.
Lots of
Adult chocolate
drunk
milk.
gentlemen
Wow.
and ladies.
Yeah.
Sorta. It was a total sausage fest, but there wasn't a ton of people. It was like just
Oh, it was just like
It
a
was
gathering
like- it
of
was like-
friends.
yeah, it was a couple of us, and it was fun.
That's what's important, really. I mean,
Oh,
the hell. Well, now what's
We
this?
definitely went hard.
What's this I hear about? Okay, those 2 stories in particular. One
we got a few.
involved the lighting of a fire and arm hair being singed off,
that's what's new.
and the other involved tires.
That's
from
also
a former
what's new.
guest. So, Pete, won't you elucidate?
Is that all that's new with you, Josh? I don't want to like jump all over your what's new.
What's
if you've
new?
got
No,
more.
what's Pete is definitely
I have all the
light
fun
of the
stories.
party.
He really lit things up.
Oh,
Yes.
I got the fire going. You know that song about how we didn't start the fire? No, that's
Yes.
bullshit. I totally did.
Pete did start the fire. nearly with his arm.
That's why they say all it takes is a spark, because I use way too much.
Oh, so what did you? What did you?
Well,
exactly?
I prepared the area the redneck way, apparently.
Yeah, well, the fire pit was set up proper with the, well, sort of. Proper enough, it was mostly kindling. There were no big things, but the idea is, as we should know from anyone setting a fire or just being a pyro in general, get your kindling burning, then you put the bigger stuff on there. Get the fire,
that makes
all
sense.
big.
Yeah.
So we're at one point, of course,
Josh is already laughing.
we're a few beers in at this. Well, I'm a few beers in. I know everybody else was also drinking, but it seemed I was drinking faster than everybody, which was
we were all
probably. So
definitely going crazy.
I'd had probably about 4 already, and
Well, you were the first to start.
right,
'Cause
because
you were like,
I'm not
why,
shy.
Why did I show up? But I'm the only one drinking a beer. And then everybody's like, oh,
There's
crap.
like shit tons of alcohol lying around, and I got there, put stuff in the cooler, and cracked a beer because
That makes sense.
that's what the whole idea was. Is,
Yeah, start your drinking immediately.
yeah. So, and it's not like it was noon or anything. It was like 8 o'clock or so at night. So,
Perfectly legitimate time to begin drinking.
granted, it was still 5 o'clock somewhere, but that was
5 o'clock.
over on
Never
the
mind.
West Coast, and who cares? So,
Kindling's burning.
not yet, because we're looking for some type of accelerant. So he's like, Josh goes, okay.
This is where it gets interesting.
I was like, do you have any lighter fluid? No, I'll just grab gasoline. That's what my mom usually does.
Oh, I got a couple sticks of C4. Toss them on. See what happens.
So I was like, all right, that's cool. So he grabs gasoline, and I grab a paper bag, like a little paper bag that some alcohol
You
had came
apparently
in, and
forgot about.
because I was thinking, light the bag on fire, and that'll, because trying to sit there and light the kindling would take forever. So I was like, oh, light the bag on fire, bag catches everything else, blah, blah, blah. Gasoline, accelerant,
So was
good.
gasoline? So wait, hold on. Pile of kindling ready.
Yep, ready to go. set up.
Gasoline was already on the fire on the pile.
Here's how it went. I was like, because before I knew we had, or before he grabbed the gasoline, I was like, okay, bag, like bottom, like the bottom of that pile, kindling. Okay, I'll light that on fire. Oh, I got gasoline. Cool, throw that on there. Gasoline goes
here
on
we
it.
go.
I forget that gasoline fumes are heavier than air and sink to the bottom of
They
things.
sure are.
And I go, hey, anybody got a light? Josh hands me this. I was like, all right, cool. By this, what I'm holding up is a tiny orange Bic lighter that you would purchase at a convenience store for cigarettes. So I was like, cool, I
all
got
you
this.
hear-
So in my brain, I'm thinking, light the paper bag. What I should have done was take the bag out of the pile, light it, and then
Step
throw
back
it in
a
there.
few paces. Light
So
it.
I just lean
pretty
over,
sure
stick my arm
As
in,
you did it.
and I stick my arm in, like, to the bottom of the pile. And now his
Wow.
fire pit is sunk into the ground, mind you. So I'm like, okay, and I have my thumb here. Just as I'm doing this, Josh says,
You're going to blow yourself up.
and I went, click, boom, huge fireball, singes all the hair off my hand, blows my damn arm up, and it was awesome.
Wow.
Stunk so bad.
Yes, and then it smelled like burnt idiot.
It was burning Pete arm.
You're going to blow yourself up.
Boom, and then I promptly did. And it hurt like a bitch until I drank a few more beers, and
Yes.
it's all right.
Yeah,
and what the funny thing is the first thought that went through my head was, fuck, if I've given myself more than first-degree burns and have to go to the hospital, they're not going to do anything for me because I'm drunk.
Yeah, you're just gonna sit there and fucking suffer.
So that's why I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to drink faster so I don't feel this anymore, which worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Now
never
it
realized.
just looks like I have sunburn and no hair.
After I blew up my hot water heater and set my hand and face on fire, and then
That was the
subsequently-
second thing I thought of was like, this
my
is how
kitty
Carl
litter.
must have felt.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little shy on the trigger when it comes to setting stuff, lighting stuff up. Like when I cook something
not.
on the stove, I'm like, there's this moment of panic where it's like, all right, is the fire going to stop or is it just going to engulf my entire fucking world again? And so we had the grill, you know, and I'm like, okay, you have to. The electric start doesn't work on it, so you get like one of the long
Grill
things.
lighters.
Yeah. And I
they're
put
called
it in
grill
there.
lighters.
Light it, set it on, light it up.
Right.
Then I turn gas on. And there's just this moment because it's like there's burner things right by there, and
Yeah.
it's like it's a split second. But there's this moment where it first goes, it makes that sound. Where I remember that's how it started, and then it seems to engulf my entire
you got
world.
PTSD going on over
And it
there.
made like this, like a fucking flamethrower on my face sound. So like I'm like, oh, don't bitch out. There's people here. Don't bitch out.
That's why I'm glad I spent a lot of my formative years as a chemist, and I've blown myself up a few times. So
Yeah, don't like
This was
burning
just
things.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not saying I was quite as bad as the Hound on Game of Thrones, but still a little fucking shy on the trigger nonetheless. Well, that sounds like pretty exciting. Did either of you do any barbecuing or go to any barbecue kind of thing?
No,
Not
I
yet.
barbecued myself.
We had fire and alcohol and friends, and that's
Yeah.
really the principal components.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was 8 o'clock. So
Yeah,
I figured
so
everybody would have eaten.
Pretty much everybody had eaten already, and it was cooler in the day by then too.
Yeah.
So it was fucking hot as balls all weekend.
Oh, it was ridiculous fucking on
Balls
Still is
are-
kind. Balls are pretty warm still.
Yeah.
And so the other amusing story from last night, well, into today really, was, as some of you have seen on the Facebooks, the picture of the shredded tire.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
from former guest Jen.
yeah. So driving home, I ended up driving back.
So wait,
This
how
morning.
did? Now let's see how this worked. Well, we gotta get time. Got to time frame this. Okay, the
Right.
time is you decide to leave.
It was like 3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the
3:30
morning.
in the morning. Fire's burned down to embers. It's time to leave. You've drank a lot. Have you sobered up at all? Okay.
Hell no.
See, these are the important.
I sobered up
details.
sometime today.
Okay, so
think we all did.
so I can only assume that Jen was even more fucked
Yeah,
up.
she had passed out at about 11.
Oh yeah, see, for you to be the responsible enough one to drive, shit-faced drunk, she had to be unconscious. So.
Because her and one of the other guys, Christian, that was there, killed a bottle of something called adult chocolate milk, a lot of Jaeger, some weird,
Jaeger.
strange smoothie
Jesus.
thing. Well, he drank a lot of Jaeger. I don't know about her, but
Fucking
either
Jaeger.
way, those two were passed the fuck out by like 11:30 because they, like, I started before everybody, but they went harder.
They went
than
too hard to
everybody
catch
real
up and-
fast.
Yeah. it went right
and
over
they
the cliff.
definitely barfed.
And yeah, all I drank was beer and some test tube shots, which was a bad idea because that made my stomach be very upset
Oh,
with
they were
me.
good,
it's
though.
They
best-
were tasty as hell.
If you head into the party on a horse, it's best not to switch horses midstream. You know what I'm saying? If you
I
go
know.
into it on beer, you just finish with beer.
That's why I go with a carriage. I have all the multiple horses at once.
That's true.
Yeah, like a 12-horse team. Yeehaw! Where are you headed? To Vomit Gulch. Oh, okay. Have fun.
Headed to the stop sign. I'm gonna kick some guy's ass.
So you decide it's 3:30. Everyone's done puking. You're like, I've drunk to the point where, well, I'm drunk, and it's time to bounce. So you toss her in a car, drag her and put her in the car, I guess.
Yeah, actually getting her to the car was easier than getting her to the bed earlier in the day. That was funny. Took three of us. Well, we had to carry her inside and pass her over a bunch of doggy things so she could be passed out, not in the grass.
I gotcha.
And we didn't want to have any mishaps, so we made sure we all helped carry.
Oh, like drop her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. What kind of party?
I
do
don't
you
think you
think
said
it was?
doggy thing, and I thought like maybe she would be in the dog pen and something would happen.
Mishap.
Who
Like
knows?
the dogs would like gnaw on her foot or something.
Well, maybe. Yeah, his dogs maybe. But so, drove home. Seemed uneventful. The ride was really shitty anyway because on the way to the party, we stopped at Wawa so she could get cigarettes, and she goes, "Oh, my tires need air. Could you put some air in the tires so I can buy cigarettes?" So I was like, "All right, cool." So I look at him because he's like, "Everybody tells me I need air. Everybody tells me I need air." I was like, all right, fine."
No, you need tire. That
is-
is a picture.
The tires plural because as I was filling them with air, I put some air into one and needed it. Put some air in another because it kind of needed
It just
Looked-
gushes out
Poked
of it.
the other two and went, "These don't really need air." And
Tires
she
shouldn't
just
queef
needs
while you're filling
new
them.
tires. So I told her that I was like, "No, you just need new tires." "Oh, well, I know. I'm just gonna wait till they blow up."
All right.
And then the
8
new
hours
ones
later-
will come out from underneath like a tooth.
Well, yeah. Well, there's something about no, don't have money for tires or something like that, and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, okay, you do whatever you do whatever you got to do.
good luck
I was
with
like,
that.
I
can't
don't have
afford to-
money for safety.
I can't afford to buy you tires, so I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to
Yeah.
say you need tires, and my
I can't
job
say
here
no,
is done.
buy them. No, I can't buy them, but make it happen somehow.
Well, so we're on the way home, and apparently I said, "Oh, we must have run something over." I don't remember saying that, but I
Wow,
remember the
that's
rest of the ride. So
that's
she
pretty
might have just
intoxicated.
thought things in her head and being all passed out in the passenger seat. But either way, we got back, and I was like, "Man, that ride was fucked up and rough. Let me check your tires because maybe the one really was out of air." And I looked at it, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely flat." Touched it, and it felt like I set my hand on fire again. And I was like, "Damn, this tire is fucking hot as balls. No wonder the ride is rough. It's flat as hell." So all right, we'll deal with it tomorrow. I was like, wake up, go outside. Yeah, it practically had severed itself
Jesus
from
Christ.
itself. I was like, Oh, we drove back on that. No wonder the ride sucked. Holy shit.
You got some impressive driving skills, though. If while drunk with a completely shredded tire, you still made it home okay.
Yeah. It didn't do any. It was a rear passenger tire.
That's nuts. You don't even really need those.
Car,
just two wheels in the front and you're
along.
good.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
So there's the best part of this story happens today. I was like, I'll change it for you once I wake up some more and stop feeling like I'm still drunk.
Uh-huh.
So and then of course she has no jack,
Oh my.
no tire iron, nothing. So fortunately,
What did she plan to do if she got a flat tire?
I don't know. And the other thing she said to me is like, "Oh, I don't have a jack." Okay. Well, how's your donut? Oh, I think it's flat. It's like, well, fortunately,
It's flat and shredded.
I happen to have a jack, a tire iron, and an air pump. So we got this. Don't worry about it. So get the lug nuts off, jack the car up, get her. Somehow her donut had air in it. It was totally fine.
in the heat.
Well, actually, I wasn't really hungry. Like, my stomach was kind of but I had no headache or nothing, so
That's
it was
not
no
that
big
bad.
deal. And it was still pre-noon in the day.
Oh, so it didn't
So
really-
it wasn't super duper hot
okay.
either.
All right,
And there
okay.
was shade because there was a tree right there because
Yeah.
I don't park like an idiot.
Good thinking.
But I had parked like an idiot enough so there was plenty of space between the curb and the car because the way I pulled in, put that tire next to the curb, but I left enough space
So you could
that I could
get
get in
with
there
it.
and fuck
Okay.
with it. Again, did that while really drunk at 3-something in the
Not
morning.
bad. Cheers.
So get the car jacked up, get the lug nuts off. Not necessarily in that order. And most of the time, wheel just sort of like hangs a little bit or falls off, or you give it a little tug and it comes right off. Well,
Yeah.
no, this was stuck the fuck on there. And I got hammers, I got tools, I got all kinds of stuff. I'm
Holy
fighting with
shit.
it, I'm fighting with it, can't pull it
Yeah.
off. And I'm looking at the hub going,
Locking
it is
hubs or
rust the
something?
fuck on there. Like it was because she had problems with her hub bearings before. Had 3 out of 4 of them replaced, and one of them had to be blowtorched off because it was all rusted together. So I'm like, great, this must have been the one that wasn't replaced because it was that much of a pain in the ass because of
Wow.
the rust. So she's texted people, calling people, trying to figure out like what to do best if anybody can come by because I didn't have a sledgehammer.
Uh-huh.
I had like every other tool on the planet, but no crowbar and no sledgehammer. So I was like, all right, no big deal. And finally, I broke down and called my buddy. It was like, hey, what are you up to? I'm in Wildwood. Well, that doesn't help me. I need a sledgehammer. He's like, why? What's up? Explain to him the situation. He goes, kick it. Like, what do you mean? He goes, just take your foot and kick the shit out of it until it comes off. It'll pop right off. Trust me. I'm like, all right, that's the last thing that I have to try, so
Gotcha.
sure. So I go out there, I start kicking at this bitch. I mean, I'm
Now,
like
were you
flying
standing kicking, or-
super judo kick. Like at one point, I even had like both my feet up, one foot on either side of the wheel well. I
Yeah,
had
that's
both
it.
hands on it, pulling on this
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
It would not come off. So after about like 20 minutes of more fighting with it, I was standing next to it, looking at it all angry. Gave that sort of dejected, giving up on things, fuck it for now sigh,
Yeah.
and went stupid fucking tire and like half-ass sort of just like kicked
Kicked the
at
side
it,
of it, yeah.
and like the tip of my toe made contact with the like weird corner of the tire, and it goes blunk, falls right off.
Winner.
What?
You
So me
just
and
had-
Jen,
you just
we
had
were
to suffer
staring at it
enough.
in disbelief, going, "Did that really just happen?"
That's how it works.
And then
This is
I started
insane.
laughing hysterically because it was just so funny.
The mechanical gods,
Wow.
they demand suffering sometimes.
Yeah, apparently I had sacrificed enough at that point because I was just like, stupid tire.
Like, did he give up? Yeah, it looks like he's giving up. Very well then.
Reward
Fall
him
off.
for his trouble.
Blump.
So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
pretty exciting. My weekend sounds
And
pretty
my
uneventful
Demon
by
Hunter's level
comparison.
56.
Let's see. I went to see the Avengers finally.
I've heard nothing but good things, and that it has made a stupid, retarded amount of money.
Some of the writing in it was kind of amateurish. Felt like not slapdash, but felt too simplistic for what I've come to expect from like Iron Man, which had witty banter nonstop in it.
Right.
Like you're like it's like you're watching what's it, Sherlock Holmes, when he did Sherlock Holmes with that witty bang 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 bang
Yeah.
bang going on. You know, that whole thing was happening in Iron Man. Excuse me. So you expect to see that sort of thing. And it had many, many moments of it. Many, many, many moments of it. But there were some moments which felt just completely hackneyed there's this one scene where he's in Germany, the bad guys in Germany, Loki,
right?
and he's telling everyone, you will bow. This is a natural position of mankind, yada yada. And of course, some old Jewish guy gets up. He's like, and you're like, okay, I get it. They're in Germany. He's the evil bad guy making everyone bow. He's the heroic Jewish guy. I remember this once before. And then like the dialogue was so fucking hackney at that point. I'm groaning because I'm like, this might have worked and been really like, if they didn't like put it on a giant spoon and ram it down your throat and made it more of a subtext thing, you might have been like, oh, that's dash cunning clever. Good job, you know? Instead, they're like, dun 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 dun. Hitler's bad. See, Jews are great. You know, it's like, oh, here, okay. We haven't forgotten the Holocaust or 9/11. Please stop. And but
when did that second one happen?
But then Captain America shows up, and he actually got a couple good lines off, and then I was like, and it kind of pulled the scene out of it, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel it again. And there were just one or two moments which were kind of
totally ruined his immersion.
Yeah, well, it felt not necessarily slow in the beginning, but it felt like it wasn't. It was like inflating but not popping. You know, you could feel it. You're like, any minute, and then it didn't until the last half of it.
That's one of the good things I agree with. Some things I've heard lately about Joss Whedon is that he's real good with big ensemble casts like that. Yeah,
well, that much where he had so many different characters, he gave enough character development time to all of them. The newer ones, especially.
Like Hawkeye and whatever.
Yeah, you understood.
Everybody who hadn't had their own movie yet.
Black Widow, wherever the fuck her name is, and Hawkeye, and the connects between, and even
Scarlett Johansson's ass and
was scalding fucking hot.
Yeah,
it was,
I don't care what character she's playing.
It was in 3D. That's the one I went to go see, and I'm like, 3D and like a regular movie I can handle, but with so much shit going on, I'm like, I'm under assault. It was too fucking much. I was lost in the scene, and I couldn't push it away from me long enough to grasp. Because there was a zillion things going on, and I like to take it all in, but like a third of those things are flying at your face. A third of the things are like zipping below. Another of them are out of focus because I wasn't looking exactly at them. And I'm like, stop it, too much.
Right. Don't take Carl to the IMAX. Check.
So now IMAX 3D in certain movies works great because you get like, hey, I feel like I'm really in them, and the effects are really good. But there was just so much going on in some scenes. Wow. But though, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. The Hulk, I think that was the first Hulk movie with the Hulk in it, which he actually did some fucking awesome shit in.
That's what everybody's been saying. Like, there's rumors that they're going to make yet another Hulk movie with what's his dick?
The guy who played Bruce Banner. He really did a good job.
That's what I heard too, and I also heard that all the interaction between him and Tony Stark,
terrific.
Everybody was like, "I want to see that movie."
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
dude, to fucking die for. There's this one scene where they're working on like a big science.
Yeah, that's the one everybody talks
about.
Going
back and forth and stuff like that, and
because it's the first time you see a character that Stark respects as a scientist,
as a fellow mind, you know. And he's like poking with a little electric thing, and he's like, and like Scarlett Johansson's character's like, no, don't do that. And then he's like, no. He's like, look, no. But he got it.
Yeah.
Tony Stark got it. He goes, he's not being angry. He's at one with his anger.
He's always angry.
Well, that's what he had said. Yeah. Bruce Banner said. He says, no, you don't get it. I'm always angry. And that
right,
was
it's basically how Tim would be if he was a scientist and could turn green.
Yes. Well, Tim is kind of like the Incredible Hulk, except without the greenness, the giant strength, or the genius level of because Banner's like a fucking genius. So just like the anger and the rage, really.
Right.
He's
kind of nothing like the Hulk, just angry.
Okay, he's more like the Incredible Sulk. There, looks like that. Don't make me cranky. You wouldn't like it when I'm cranky. So, and that's meant with love.
I'd smoke real
in fact,
cigarettes.
The only reason I'm saying that right now because he's not here is because I've already said that to him.
And because he won't listen to this anyway.
That's true. No, he might listen to it because he's not actually on it. So, anyway, I saw that movie today. I actually did. I had my barbecue for Memorial Day on Sunday. And because I wanted like Monday to be sort of open and easy breezy.
Do this.
And it was pretty cool. I went to cook the hamburgers.
Easy breezy, beautiful.
Everybody liked the flavor. But I knew they weren't as banging as they should have been.
Carl standards.
Because I I cooked some of them too long. My wife mixed up, because like 2 or 3 people want fucking turkey burgers. I'm like, turkey burgers? That's like
does not compute.
It's like going to a brain surgeon and say, we're going to need you to work on his kidneys as well. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Look, we already cut them open. Just do the kidneys. I'm a fucking brain surgeon. Just do their kidneys, right?
Yeah, they're right there.
They're bloody. They're body parts. You just cut them open and do stuff. It's like,
While you're in the head, go after the kidneys.
But it turns out the same exact treatment I give to regular meat
Kidneys,
patties
he can do on brains. It's crazy.
works for turkey burgers. So that was a
that's
stroke
good.
of luck.
It pretty much works the same.
But I burned the shit out of 2 of the burgers, and I was in such a rush.
That's why you have a dog.
I usually put a splash of barbecue sauce on, and then once that caramelizes just a cunt here, just a touch, I put the cheese on top of it, and that sort of seals it in.
Yeah.
So you can put ketchup and other shit on it, and what it does, it doesn't affect the other condiments.
It's just flavor.
It's just exactly.
Nom, nom,
it
nom,
soaks
nom,
into the meat
Yeah.
instead of into the bun. So you can eat my burger without any condiments, and it's slamming. That's what I meant when I said I broke the Da Vinci Code for hamburgers, dude. Oh, there was.
I gotta get you and Patterson's uncle Vinny makes some slammin' chili burgers.
See, I got chili. I got burgers. I should probably try to combine the two, because that would probably be really
that's what he
awesome.
figured out a way to combine them, and it's so good, because it's another one of those things like you don't have to put condiments on them.
No,
It's
'cause
just like
they're
you
that
want
fucking
cheese,
good,
all right,
yeah.
put some cheese on there,
And then just eat it.
He makes his own special like mix of cheese as well, like it's like a melted sort cheesy topping that goes on there. You don't need anything else.
They're
it's
just
the
perfect
best.
the way they are. Yeah, I
Oh,
did my
yeah.
ribs. Ribs were fucking slamming, of course, like they usually are.
I've only ever grilled ribs once, and got it right, but I didn't really know what I was doing. Like it was I had
It
to
was
make a lot of
slapdash, and you got lucky.
basically I had to make a lot of phone calls and stuff, and then so that was
You gotta
Tough.
start the night before with the marinade.
yeah.
Boil,
that's-
then marinade. And
Fortunately,
then,
the girl I was with at the time took care of all that. She did all the marinating and stuff, so that was good. I was in charge of making fire and doing man things.
Oh, I've heard about you lighting fires. There were no explosions afterwards, right?
No, there were no explosions
Oh, okay.
because I had an electric gas grill.
Did you eat Carl's burger?
What? No, I think he's never had any of my burgers.
I don't think so.
If
So
it
it's
wasn't
not at the same
nighttime,
event.
I would heat one up for you, but it's dark, so I can't see them to cook them.
I can make giant fireballs.
Yes, but no, it's all about the lighting. If
No, I think I'm just too perverted.
if it's not by sunlight, then I can't see the burger, the meat. I
Yeah.
can't see the.
Oh, no, yeah, I know
the-
what you mean.
The color lets me know what stage it is, and without that, I'm fucking lost.
I don't blame you at all.
But
That actually
and
makes
yes, I
sense
got
to me.
the Carl's
so.
burger.
Yeah, we got it. We were choosing to ignore it
Like, we haven't moved into the homosexual humor section.
because they're
We're
the
still on
one
food.
subculture we don't alienate.
Yeah, for some reason we love the gays. We give them mad props, but
I love gay people. Yes, in that way.
I'm gonna take that and sample it and make a dance song about it. Okay,
I love
but
gay people.
that's what's new. That
In
was
that way.
very exciting. What new? We had fire. We
Fire and
had
explosions don't get much better.
Tires torn asunder. 3D games. We've had meat. Vague homosexual food references. Yes, we've had it all. We've had birthday celebrations. That was a very eventful, weird.
Celebration.
Which brings us to our next section, which is
Funny shit I found on the internet.
funny shit
because
Pete found on the internet.
I started listening to a podcast
Segue.
where they interrupt each other at certain segments. And it's hilarious.
let's give them some love. That was Stop Podcasting,
Stop podcasting
Yourself.
guys.
Yes.
They're amazing. Head over there. Check
They
them
start
out.
off with one thing, and then it goes to another thing, and it always ends with Hulk Hogan news.
Yeah, because it's just like, oh, let's do overheards.
goes,
Okay, but shut the fuck up before you do that.
Yes.
We're gonna do celebrity birthdays. Well, before
Celebrity
you do that.
birthdays. These guys crack
They
me up.
started making their own theme songs
Yes.
for it now. That was funny.
If you get a chance, everybody, take a listen to him. Stop Podcasting Himself. So let's get into
So-
Pete's stuff he found
Just
on the internet.
A couple of quick things that are funny on the interwebs. We may not laugh now, but it's like a couple of like just go check it out and you'll laugh. First thing I heard about today, which was funny, was the hula massacre. No, not that the massacre itself was funny.
Hula massacre, like
Massacre.
people being
Yeah,
killed.
Hula, Serbia. Over there, there was over the weekend. Apparently, depending on which government you believe, it was either the Serbian government or some Al Qaeda terrorists that just basically came through and shelled the shit out of a town with tanks and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, Al Qaeda.
And-
They're big with tanks and
Wow.
shells.
Yeah, again, it depends on who you believe, but there's it's a big tragedy. A lot of children and women killed, and there's pictures and stuff. But the funny part about it was that even
Wait, the funny part.
even China said it was an atrocity. And when China's talking about how fucked up it is what you're doing to your people, I'm sorry, y'all done messed up. So tragic, but I found humor in it because I'm just a half full glass kind of guy. Also, on a similar note, there seems to be a video of Justin Bieber taking boxing lessons from Mike Tyson. So
Holy
that's
fucking
awesome.
shit! Did it bite his ear off?
I don't know. There's a video. I didn't
And-
watch it. It's just out there. I
Was
saw
Mike
the
Tyson
clip.
aware Justin Bieber is a guy? Wait, did he rape him at the end of the boxing bout?
I
You
hope
pretty good looking little bit.
Well, the clip I saw was just Jay Beebs punching a bag, a sandbag, and Tyson's holding it there. So who knows?
believer.
Yeah.
Did he keep calling him Robin? Because then he's in trouble. Yeah, I got to say, though, I have a theory. Mike Tyson is not the savage animal that everyone thinks he is, or at least wasn't
I
originally.
think that's just the character he plays on TV.
Yeah, because I listen to some of the unbelievable shit he says. It's impossible. I think he's not Andy Warhol. That was the guy who took 3 pictures of everything. Who was that Man on the Moon guy?
Jim Carrey played him in that movie.
Not Andy Serkis. It's
it's
that guy. It's that guy.
He's in Taxi.
I wish we had connection to the internet because I can answer it in 5 seconds, but Pete's going to do that. Anyway, I'll tell my story while you do that.
Yeah.
Gosh, I got to find out. Maybe he's doing like that guy sort of thing where he's pretending to be outrageous just because it's like a gag. Because some of the shit he says is incredible. Look up Josh when you get home, where everybody look this up. It's like outrageous quotes Mike Tyson, or look it up on YouTube.
Like, is it actually funny?
Oh, dude,
Oh,
it's
it's
fucking hilarious.
Because I see the roast of Charlie Sheen, and he was on it.
Oh, dude,
And
it blows Charlie
It was-
Sheen
it
out of the
was-
water. Makes Charlie Sheen seem
well,
grounded
no,
and
he
rational.
was on the roast of Charlie Sheen.
He was?
Yeah, he
yeah,
was.
and
What
it-
the fuck? There wasn't a mushroom cloud
seen
of
that, and
hilarity.
I'm like, what? But it was.
I
was
would like
kind
to
of
get
like-
those 2 guys drunk and just see what happens. Turn them loose in Vegas.
I don't know.
You want a reality show? I got a reality show for you. Charlie Sheen and Mike Tyson drinking and just fucking running amok. It would be
Oh,
fucking
that would be
incredible.
so good. I would watch it. That'd be better than.
Gosh, I wish I
Real
could remember that
Housewives
guy's
and
name. He was like, "Thank you very much." And
Andy something.
it's Andy something.
Go away, ads.
Oh, he's got ads on the cell phone. We're almost through them now. But yeah, you got to check that out because it's fucking outrageously. Some of the shit he says is like beyond sexist because he's talking about
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. Oh, God, I feel so much better now.
I know.
Yes.
That would have bothered the shit out of me too.
Oh, okay.
So,
Anyway,
there's that.
continue.
Also, the next funny thing I found on the internet, and I'm still not sure if this is real or not, and you guys can give me your opinions, but naked guy eating face of other naked guy in Miami.
All right, now I've just seen statuses of that.
Hold on a second. Naked guy eating the face.
Literally eating the face off of another naked dude on an overpass, under the overpass technically, in Miami, who was shot to death by the cops because he wouldn't stop eating guy's face.
I don't think that's a zombie per se. I think that's more like ecstasy. Or
No, I was going to say that's
Everybody's
more of a
all
meth and
zombie
cocaine.
apocalypse on this. I'm thinking meth's a hell of a drug. It's in Miami, just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, after did they have to shoot him in the head to put him down?
He was shot twice.
Did the guy whose face he was eating get up and start eating other faces?
That I don't know. He was twitching. There were legs moving I'm assuming other guys, since one set of legs was not moving. I figured that was the shot to death guy.
That's
because you
pretty
can't really
fucking
see.
wild.
There was no footage of the actual shooting. There's a lot of eyewitness accounts of
That's
what
fucking
happened.
crazy. Why
And
were they naked?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like the police,
Cocaine's one hell
Everything
of a
else I
drug.
could buy.
the Miami police aren't releasing like any details right now.
Well, yeah.
Apparently it just happened a couple of days ago. It had to have been last week because I saw this pop up before, and when I see one posting of something on Facebook, I
like,
pay it
whatever.
no mind.
Yeah.
When I see 100 postings of something on Facebook, I go, okay, that could be a thing.
If you're ever interested,
But like
go to
when it's
regular
on
internet.
Facebook after a week, then that means it's probably real.
just
So I
cut,
looked
cut
it
and
up
paste, and then
yeah.
type in the word debunk after it in Google, and just
and see
search.
what there is to see. Well, again, it's still pretty new, so and it's on a lot of actual like news websites with real
real
with
news.
like actual camera footage and eyewitness
Wow.
accounts. So I'm thinking
That's
at
crazy.
least something crazy like this happened. There's like a name and an age of the victim
Oh.
that they ID'd from the
Oh,
coroner's
wait, hold on.
office.
So I'll say, how the fuck are they supposed to ID him? He's naked, so there's no wallets, and he's no fucking face.
That's why the name and age of the victim just got released like today.
Maybe they did the fingerprints thing. or
Yeah, it
something,
could have
or-
been, and because he had to be at the ME's office down there.
Maybe someone was like, "Did you see
supposedly.
Charlie? He left here with a really hungry naked guy who was putting ketchup and mustard
But
on
of
his
course,
face."
that's the thing is when because an eyewitness account is a dude riding by on a bicycle was just saw what was going on and was like, "Hey, get off that guy!" and waved down the police officer.
Oh, I was about to say he didn't try to intervene. I would get the fuck out.
No, he just said, "Hey, get off that dude," and then waved down the cop. The cop was telling the dude to stop eating guy's face, and face eating guy.
Hey, dude, stop eating guy's face. LOL.
Face eating guy whose name has not been released yet just turned around and growled at the police officer.
Yeah, you getting shot up.
So, cop shot him.
police training or no training, you
Cops-
get shot.
Well, that happened a couple of times before a cop shot him, and he shot him once, and that wasn't enough to stop him from gnawing on Kai's
Holy
face, so he had to shoot him
zombie
again.
shit.
And the only thing the police have said so far is that yes, there was a fatal police officer-related shooting. That's it. And the videotape.
And a fatal
Fortunately, there was
face
like,
eating.
this happened like across the street from like some news place, and they had like a camera out the window once they found out what was going on. It was after everything had all the cool stuff had happened, but it was before
face
everybody
eating
and
and
their
the
fucking
shooting.
brothers showed up. So like they zoom in on what was going on, which was blocked off by like some overpass thing. Like you couldn't really see everything, but you saw like 100 cop cars pulling up. And
Yeah, that'll get
everybody,
your
like,
cop
checking
cars
the
out
scene.
there.
Yeah, it
My
was
goodness.
crazy.
That's
So I don't know if
fucking
that's real or whatever, but I'm leaning towards it probably is, and everybody's all like, "Hey, zombie apocalypse, they're zombies."
I don't know about that, but dude, definitely a face-eating apocalypse. That's pretty fucking crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Any more exciting, weird, exciting internet
Funny
stuff
stuff
that
on the
Pete found?
internet. There's on the Up at Noon show on YouTube I watched today. There's a funny bit on the E3 predictions because E3 is next week. Which
Yeah.
is the Electronic Entertainment
Yes,
Expo
yes, yes.
for those of you who don't know. And this guy, one segment, this guy Brian Altano, they asked him what his E3 predictions would be, and he went through a bunch of them, mostly like, "Hey, there's going to be a lot of big games announced, and they're going to be promised to be bigger and better than everything that happened last year, and
Wow.
then everything that was there last year that had a 2 in the title will have a 3 in the title." So
He figured that this guy's like Nostradamus.
yeah, so that was funny. So people should check that out. And then the final thing I have, which is one of the better things, is the Game Station guys on YouTube's started up a series, a little mini web series of a show they call Dr. Mario. Now, Dr. Mario, you might remember, is a popular video game from back in the Super Nintendo days.
Yes, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So they made it a live action thing where Mario is in fact
Excuse
a
me.
doctor with a personality a la Dr. House from the popular Fox TV show, and it's fucking hilarious.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, the first episode, there's a first-person shooter guy who's dying because he was shot to death. And Dr. Mario's like, "How did this happen?" "It was in a cutscene." "Oh no, that means you're actually going to die. But the only way to save you from a cutscene death is to save you in a cutscene. Nurse, bring in the black bars." So the nurse brings in the widescreen bars and puts them over the thing. Like it's really awesome. So it's
I'll have to check it out.
that out. It's funny. The episode 2 just went up
shit.
today.
That's
And
not
that is
bad.
funny shit from the internet.
Funny shit from the interweb, starring Pater. Go Pater, go Pater,
Oh,
go
yeah.
Pater, go Pater. We'll have to make up a little intro ditty, a little bumper for that. Stick it in. That's
Stick it in the bumper.
our
Hell
exciting
yeah.
new little mini segment there. Awesome, awesome. That moves us to our weird news.
Weird news. Weird. It's wacky, it's news, and it's weird.
Yep. This first story I titled "Lazier Way to Thin." Dr. Oliver
Heroin diet.
Pietro of Bay Harbor Islands, Florida, is a leading prescriber of the KE diet that offers desperate people drastic short-term weight loss by threading a feeding tube through the nose to the stomach and dripping in a protein-fat solution as clients' only meals for 10 straight days. So for 10 days, the only food you eat
Is through a tube.
is through a tube that he threads through your fucking nose into your stomach.
That doesn't
Yes.
sound fun.
No, within a few hours.
That's like coma victim unfun.
Dr. Pietro told
Victims of
ABC's Good Morning America in April, your hunger and appetite go away completely. Fat is burned through ketosis.
In fact, you never need to eat again. Did
He
you say
said-
ketosis?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And
That's like some strange potassium or horse tranquilizer shit.
such short-term loss might be important, for example, for a woman prepping for a wedding day. Holy trivial shit.
What?
client-
First world problems.
Yes, one client said she doesn't have all the time on the planet just to exercise. So I came to the doctor. That's from Good Morning America via Yahoo News. Maybe Osama bin Laden's right. Maybe we should be destroyed.
That's where I
buy a
finally
bike.
came to rest on the zombie guy.
I didn't even buy a bike. I go to a gym where they have a bike.
You know what else I do? I walk to places.
I masturbate constantly.
I feed myself through my food tube, which is like naturally in my body, called my throat. It's just under my nose.
Esophagus, even.
Yeah, this next one's called Public Enemy Number One. Officials
My
in
favorite.
Burnsville, Minnesota have brought the full force of the law to bear upon Mitch Faber, who was arrested, forced to pay a high bail, and released under electronic monitoring.
Yeah, it sounds like they really dropped the
And
hammer on
only
this guy.
on condition of drug testing, whom they have charged with the crime of not putting proper siding on his house.
Wait, what?
He was arrested, forced to pay bail, high bail, released under electronic monitoring, and was only allowed to be released on condition of drug testing. He was charged with the crime of not putting proper siding on his house.
What was the siding he
Proper-
used? Sliced dead babies? Like, what the fuck?
According to a March report on KSTP TV, Faber said he started residing, but when the economy turned bad in 2008, he stopped, assuming that the worst he could eventually suffer would be a fine.
Yeah, I guess they proved him wrong.
Got him. Good job, government. Meanwhile, faces are being eaten off under overpasses.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The bullet solved that problem, though.
Yeah, that's true. The justice was swift and pretty fucking
Decisive there,
equal
yeah.
to the face-eating crime.
Sir, step out of the house.
Well, I was searching through that though, just to see if he shot him in the head. Like, I
Well,
was like,
hold on.
what did
Maybe
he-
that guy eating the face was just trying to lose weight for his tuxedo for his wedding.
he should have just gotten a nose tube. That would have,
He was getting a nose tube. He was eating that guy's nose.
and it went right down his tube.
Let the face
I
slide
was
down
only
your
eating-
throat hole.
I only ate his face because he didn't use proper siding.
Adam Sandler standing there. Yes, feel the evil.
That dude was feeling the fucking evil. Jesus.
Awesome.
Buddhism is a fish. Buddhism.
Buddha.
I shortened the Buddhism into Buddhism. Yo, I'm into Buddhism, yo.
That's what you do to annoying people in your computer game.
Boo.
Buddhism.
Yo, I booed him. Buddhism is officially the coolest religion ever.
Well, yeah.
There are big plans in the city of Chiang Rai, Thailand, for
Okay.
not Thailand.
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 Thailand. They need to get on
Yes.
that diet program.
No, it's at it's at Playboy's new amusement park. Come to Thailand.
Thailand.
It's right next to the Titty Twister, this new roller coaster. Oh
The
shit!
TNA extravaganza.
Go through her tunnel of love. Okay, for
so humid in here.
right for it's not the heat, it's the stupidity of my jokes. Oh, little Samuel Adams almost came. Oh, chug. Oh, that was awesome.
That's alcohol abuse. How would you
Yes,
do that?
man.
I don't know.
If only there was like a cap on there that didn't twist off.
Yes, you could twist it back on. Yes.
Anyway, Buddhism is
Massive
cool.
Buddhist temple that priests aim to make one of the most beautiful structures in the world. And they have entrusted artist Chalarmakai Tositapipat to design it in an all-white with glittering glass and arrangements of rich symbolism derived from Buddhist and Hindu traditions.
Cool.
If Costa
If not a little gaudy.
Pippat has his way. According to an April Huffington Post dispatch, the temple will also have images of Superman, Batman, and from the Matrix movie, Neo, all of which, Costa Pippat said, further Lord Buddha's message. That is why Buddhism is now officially
Fucking awesome.
the coolest religion ever. That'd be like, okay, we've redesigned the Vatican, okay? It's got Batman, Spider-Man, because Spider-Man really helped spread Jesus' message of web slinging. So those weren't nails sticking him to the cross? No, he was just stuck to it with his Spider-Man
Well, at least,
powers.
you know, Buddhism in that religious respect realizes that some heroes are just made the fuck up. They might have been based in reality somewhere, but they don't actually have superpowers.
Wait, who were the heroes, though?
Superman, Batman, and from the movie The Matrix, Neo.
Oh,
Great. That's going to get all sorts of negative press because everybody's going to be like, yeah, Neo wasn't a DC Universe comic hero.
Well, I think they were just trying to be open-minded, being Buddhist and all.
I'm just saying, that gets some YouTube comment hate.
Everything gets YouTube comments.
I know.
It's insane.
That's why you shouldn't read YouTube comments because you will actually get dumber.
This next story is called Now That's a Toilet. Architect
That's a toilet. That's a toilet.
Soooo Fujimoto.
Keep him away from
Fujimoto.
the toilet part stealing guy from a couple of weeks
Yes.
ago.
Well, he ain't stealing this one. Recently unveiled his public restroom for women only, though, whose
Hell
one
yeah.
transparency enclosed toilet sits in a 2,160 square foot private garden of cherry plum and peach trees. The 6-foot-high walled park is located beside a railway station in Ichihara City, east of Tokyo. Japan is a world leader in fanciful toilets. I didn't know there was such a thing. And Fujimoto said he thought the scenery would enhance the user's feeling of release. That's from the Japan Broadcasting Corporation.
That-
CNET News.
All right.
Robotic butts and garden toilets. That is fucking amazing. I love Japan. Have I mentioned that lately?
And all the toilet paper has haikus on it.
I wish I could be quicker with haikus off the
Sitting
cuff about wiping one's ass.
On a toilet, my butt cheeks spread. I defecate. This next one's called Jog, Squat, Release.
Well, you can do that in the park too, I guess.
Evidently. Kelly Irwin, 48, was arrested in Salisbury, Maryland in April and charged with littering under 100 pounds. According to police...
Was she under 100 pounds with that new diet?
Irwin routinely goes for a run every morning at 4 o'clock and just as routinely has a bowel movement after about 2 miles. Most days, that puts him in a certain neighborhood whose residents have been complaining. When questioned, according to a Salisbury Daily Times reporter, Irvin basically shrugged and said he thought many distance runners do the same things. Yes, but not in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, you got to spread the dookie out.
That's crazy. You could just run and then just like... I
Poop on somebody's lawn.
I almost did that in an airport once, but it wasn't by design.
No, it was in the parking lot, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, next to a very expensive car. I didn't pick the expensive car. It's just nature picked it for
Smeared
me.
Poop on a truck.
Wow,
We need
thank
to
you
get
for
you a
that, Jeff.
hobby.
Thought I'd
Were you
share
short of
that.
toilet paper or something? It's Dodge new Charmin.
It's the quilted quicker picker.
How did you smear poop on a truck? I've got to know. First of all, was there alcohol involved?
No.
What do you mean how? He probably
Now the plot thickens. That's it? Oh, no. And that's all
You're going to have to keep guessing,
The rest
motherfuckers.
has
Keep
been
guessing.
censored by the Department of Defense.
Ziploc bag, poopy,
That doesn't make it any more normal.
pee-pee, salsa, Doritos. Other
All in the
stuff.
same fucking
All
bag?
in the same Ziploc
Now
bag.
there is a snack bar I do not want to visit.
Now, hold on.
And
No, we got to start.
It was all mushed together.
Okay, beforehand, and then you pooped on a truck? Wait, were you in the truck?
No, the poop was in the bag.
The
We
poop
pooped
was in
in
the
a
bag.
toilet and scooped it with the bag. And then we put all the stuff and mixed it in together,
Yes.
mushed it and whatever. And then we went to the truck and smeared it all over.
Whose truck?
Someone's whose name I'm not gonna.
Was
okay.
it a truck that was waiting at a stop sign for somebody?
So it was a prank. It wasn't you and your co-conspirator like camouflaging your vehicle for Dookie World or something.
No, there was reasons. Don't hit women, or we'll smear shit all over your truck.
Okay,
I guess that works.
That's not that bad though. He got off pretty light though. You know,
Yeah.
a little dookie on the truck.
Yeah.
This next one's called Wow. William Todd
All right.
arrested,
All right.
arrived in Nashville, Tennessee on April 9th via a Greyhound
Arrested
bus
everyone.
and faced a 9-hour layover. 9 hours. This is
Oh
important.
my God.
According to police, Todd committed at least 11 felonies during that time, one right after another, with more charges still possible. Among Todd's alleged diversions, shooting up a restaurant, setting it on fire, robbing 4 people at a bar, carjacking, breaking into a law office, and defecating on a desk in that law office, trolling hotel rooms, seeking theft opportunities, and stealing a taxi cab and robbing the driver. Said a police sergeant,
had to steal. Oh, Jesus, there's more. Sorry. Go
I've
on.
never seen anything like this before. He was finally captured in Opryland, where he had hidden by submerging himself in water up to his nose.
That
from
is a
WSMV
good use
TV.
of time.
Yeah, that guy was the
Wow.
most efficient criminal.
Hell yeah. But I guess they're still probably counting up all like the Grand Theft Auto type of
Well, you know,
things because he
probably got
had to
off,
steal a shit ton of cars to get around.
Yeah. Well, maybe he started with the taxi cab. You know, and then like robbed him and stole the trap, or maybe started
Well,
with
because
Grand
you
Theft
have
Auto.
the holding up the taxi cab guy and the
Grand Theft Auto. That's weird.
the auto thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like related. Then he just like ganked one like literal video game Grand Theft Auto style, ganked one taxi cab and just used that the whole time, or if he was just like, all right, ditch that car and I'm gonna go burn down a fucking law office bar. All right, did that. I'm gonna go shoot some place
Start
up. Hey, look,
defecating on the
diner, that's
desk.
good. My fries weren't fried enough. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, the guy definitely had a rich full
That
day.
is, I mean, that's like, yeah, seems crazy, but kudos, hats off to that guy for
I wonder if he got off lighter than the guy who had incomplete siding on his house.
probably because this guy here probably just is getting sent to jail.
This next one's called Justice is Served. Crime does and doesn't pay. Convicted embezzler Antoinette Galuzzo, who admitted stealing more than $50,000 from a city youth agency in Englewood, New Jersey, was ordered in April. New Jersey!
Did she put
Dirty
a note
germs.
on the desk about, hey, give me all your money?
No,
And
no,
then
no. She
got sick.
more about it. She was ordered in April to pay restitution, but the amount that Judge Eugene Austin settled on was about $10 a month, and only during the period of probation, which is 3 years. On the other hand, in federal court in New York City in April, Carrie Haggard, 47, was sent to prison for 6.5 years on one count of selling fake movie lobby posters. Yes.
Crime is just serious as a certain in New
Don't go
York.
to court for justice. That's what I always say.
If I've learned anything from watching TV, that's exactly it. Unless you happen to be, you know, like a victim on Law and Order, in which case
That's why I usually
those
tell
DAs
people
fight for you.
when they think they're going to get some kind of justice, or they're in the workplace and they're like, that's a hazardous work environment and they're mean. I'm like, you know, this isn't Law and Order, right? You know, it does. The good guys don't.
The
win.
real world doesn't actually work like TV.
No, not even remotely. They'll just keep it in court until you run out of money to pay your lawyer. Then they'll eventually fire you. It sucks. Bungling thieves, our favorite little mini segment on Weird News.
It's like a segment within a segment when we hit the dumb criminal section.
Oh, yeah. Eric King, 21, was leaving a store in Egon, Minnesota in February when a police officer in the parking lot noticed his pronounced waddle. King was arrested when the
Wouldn't have
officer
been able
found
to do it if you hadn't gotten to know, if you hadn't stopped me.
a shoplifted 19-inch television down his pants.
That's why they wear such large pants. Okay.
In March, a 34-year-old Lithuanian, almost said Lilliputian, Lithuanian-born man led police in Wiltshire, England, on a nighttime foot chase after he had aroused their suspicion. Thermal imaging equipment was used from a helicopter to spot the man in the darkness. He was finally arrested hiding face down in a manure pit. Because, you know, the rotting manure and stuff, you can hide your heat signature.
Right.
Though he originally fled, there was little evidence against him, and he was released.
Man, buried himself in shit for nothing.
For nothing. This next...
Why did he run? So wait, did he even get in trouble for running?
No, he was released, uncharged.
No.
You can't get in trouble for running. You just
He
build
just-
more suspicion for yourself.
He aroused their suspicion, I guess, by looking
Stroke
excessively
it properly.
Yeah, but
Lithuanian.
isn't that like Evasion.
Oh yeah, arouse that suspicion. Oh, do it.
I thought you're
Not in
No,
England,
not
evidently.
exactly.
Okay.
Well, even then, like, I mean, just because you run from the cops, I mean, they'll like treat you shittier because one, you look more suspicious, and two, you made them run.
Yeah, and cops hate fucking running.
Hate running.
Hate running.
I seen them at a Subway recently, so maybe they're starting to care.
Eat fresh.
This next one is really fucking creepy. It's called Mrs. Norman Bates. Thomas Parkin inherited real estate from his elderly mother before she died, but quickly lost it in a risky business venture. To
Like
get his
Tom
deed
Cruise
back.
risky business, or
Oh no, just like he was a dumbass, and money found its way back to its proper master. To get the deed back, though, according to New York City prosecutors, he concocted a scheme to pretend that his mother was still alive. It would actually be Thomas in a dress and still own the land, and therefore the current deed holder was a fraud. Lawyers arranged a meeting with Mother, conducted in a darkened room because of Mom's recent cataract surgery, at which she mostly remained silent. Surprise, surprise.
right?
Parkin improbably stayed in character, according to a trial dispatch on the Daily Beast, and jurors apparently kept straight faces as Parkin testified that recent communications between him and his mother were mostly one-sided. In May, Parkin was convicted on 11 counts, and at press time, he was awaiting sentencing.
Yeah,
Pretty creepy.
sorry. I still own the property.
Okay, so it's dark because of her cataract surgery, and she's not really talking. She has a sore throat. Why does she have a 5 o'clock shadow? She's Italian? Okay, you got us on that one.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if she has an apple, she has a banana.
Oh, yes, that's a definitely safe thing right there. Josh is wondering. He's thinking, Adam's apple, banana being ding-dong.
Apple.
That is proper hooker etiquette right there. Just so you know, if you're in AC trying to look for a little something, just keep that in mind when you're checking out the lawn ornaments.
This last one is some unbelievable fucking retardation.
The best kind, really.
will make the front cover of What the Fuck Weekly. You're not a
that needs to
potted
be a
plant.
thing.
That's what this one's called.
You're not potted plants?
You're not a potted plant.
Oh, okay.
In case you're wondering.
You're not the contents of your wallet.
In April, a woman in Switzerland identified as Anna Gut in her early 50s starved to death after trying to prove that she could survive by consuming only sunlight, just as had happened to
that's
several
awesome.
others before her. An earlier practitioner, Australian Ellen Grieve, died in 1999 at age 54 following a short career promoting breatharianism, subtitled in books and public lectures. Liberation from the drudgery of food and drink is what she called it. None of
I hear there's a tube you can stick down your nose for that.
none of the ones who have made similar claims and survived have submitted to 24/7 monitoring. By the way,
Yeah.
that's from the local Stockholm.
I believe that. And got a great segue for a bit of news I found that was cool.
Yeah,
I have entitled, "You Got Your Physics in My Botany."
get your physics in my botany. Okay.
A study was done by the United States Department of Energy. These researcher guys at Argonne National Labs and Notre Dame Radiation Labs observed some quantum effects going on at the basic photosynthesis start level, the basic starting level of photosynthesis in plants. Which
Okay.
is funny because your last story
That
is
was a
about
nice-
people
yeah,
trying
that
to be
was
like
a nice
that.
segue.
And these guys are working on artificial photosynthesis.
Which is awesome.
And because, reason being, it's the most efficient way to transform light into energy.
Yeah.
And we can't replicate it because it's like really, really complicated. And there was a bunch of science in the article, so I just kind of like read through to find the interesting stuff. And what happens is when the bit of the photosynthesis cells called chromophores absorb the photons from the light,
Yeah.
what they found using an ultra-fast spectroscopy machine was that in 1/1000th, no, it was like 30. It was like a trillionth of a second or 3 trillionths of a second. One photon would hit a couple of these at the same exact time, which for things that aren't traveling at the speed of light is really hard to do. So they're trying to work on that, but I was like that was really funny that,
That would explain
people
why
are trying to be
photosynthesis
plants.
is so. You would get more energy than you could get thinking in the Newtonian thing. Like you would get like 4 quantas of energy out of one photon.
Right. That's why it's so
efficient.
Awesome, and that's
My
it's
God.
still like coming up with. The article was saying that like they're still a long ways off from being able to replicate this because they're not sure if it's something that just randomly happens because
or something that regularly happens.
or if that's like a design in the process. But that was really cool to me. I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, there's just one photon is simultaneously hitting a couple of chromophores all at the same time, where they figured it was just 1-to-1.
Yeah. No,
But now that we have this new
incredible.
technology where we can actually, because they equated it to the process of figuring this out was equated to taking a photo of a marathon runner as they're leaving the block, like a real high speed image.
Yeah.
So you catch all the motion because there's like the photosynthesis. They equated it to like running a marathon because of however it worked. They didn't go too much into the metaphor, but that's
No, I understand because all the various motions involved.
right.
Between
So much
start
things
and
go
finish.
from here to there. So it would be like just the snapshot they got, it, like blew their mind.
No,
This is
dude,
awesome.
like
So
my
it's-
mind's told.
yeah.
I want to like jump on the internet right now and check that out. That's very exciting shit.
It's from ScienceDaily.com,
ScienceDaily.com.
where I also found
Dun 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 dun.
the 2011
Face eating competition in Miami, Florida.
top 10 new species list. They've
Ooh,
just been
new species
compiled,
list.
and there's
New
some really
species.
cool stuff. It's from all over the world. It's done by the International Institute for Species Exploration at Arizona State University. And these are in no particular order, but I will save the most retarded one for last. The coolest one we'll start with, though, the sneezing monkey. Or I wrote down the Latin shit
The
here.
monkey with allergies.
It's a sneezing monkey. It's got some Latin-y stuff, and I don't feel like trying to pronounce it because I actually can't read my own handwriting because I wrote it in cursive thinking it would look like italics. That was
so
cool.
the Latin's all Greek to you?
Yes, exactly. And this was found in the mountains of Myanmar, which was formerly Burma. Don't know why they changed. Guess they just didn't like Burma anymore.
Go humans.
But it's supposedly critically endangered because there's
Well,
like
yeah, if there
not
can't be
many,
that many of them.
monkeys out there, and
We're just
they
discovering
sneeze
it,
when
yeah.
it rains. That's apparently the triggering effect for the sneezing monkey.
Huh.
Would that be like maybe the fact that the rain is bringing the pollen down?
You never know.
Is that monkey Claritin clear?
Clearly not.
In that case, I might be a sneezing monkey.
Let's see. Also, there's the Bonaire banded box jelly, which is a jellyfish. And the Latin for this one is the Tamoya oboya.
What?
Yeah.
Samoya
That sounds Polynesian.
And
And delicious, by the way.
Near the Dutch Caribbean island of Bonaire, and the Latin name was derived from the teacher in a local school who named it because she figured that people would say, "Oh boy," if stung.
Oh, they let her name it, huh?
Yeah, so that's why it's the Tamoya oboya.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Don't
'Cause
worry.
Everyone else went, oh, boy, when they
It
heard
gets
that.
worse.
Oh, boy.
Somebody found something called the devil's worm, which is...
Hey, I know a lot of girls who found the devil's worm. Oh!
That one's neat because it's the deepest living terrestrial organism that's ever been discovered. It's really fucking tiny.
In the
It's
ocean?
half a millimeter long, and it's a nematode, but it was discovered 1.3 kilometers underground in a South African gold mine. So like that was cool. Which I guess they're just down there like, fuck, there's no gold here. Oh, look at this half millimeter long nematode.
Well, that's nice if our planet has an extinction level event that there'll be enough biota beneath the Earth to come up again.
I suppose I should go. It's the deepest living, like multicellular terrestrial thing. Like there's bacteria and shit down there.
Yeah.
But that was the big deal about this one is that it's like an actual big thing.
Yeah, between that and the life at the vents, the thermal vents,
Yeah.
and like the deep trenches in the ocean.
Which
It's
in
hopeful for our
another
species.
article I glossed over. Apparently, some of those little critters are hitching rides on deep sea submarines and ending up in other places because, like the tougher ones, like, there's some that can actually handle the pressure difference between the bottom of the fucking ocean vents and the bottom of a submarine.
Yeah.
And so marine biologists are actually finding them spread across the world, which is kind of cool.
Go monkeys! Look at us.
More flower news. There's one on here. The night blooming orchid. which was found in Papua New Guinea, and it blooms at like 10 p.m. and closes the fuck back up in the early morning.
I know a girl like that.
And, and the reason this one's important is because it's the first recorded night blooming orchid, and there's 2,500-ish species of orchid. So they were like, ooh, neat.
Yeah, orchid. It's one of those flowers that like people get really like faggy and elitist about.
There's a fuck enough of them.
Horticulturists and stuff.
There's a parasitic wasp out of Madrid, Spain, that is really tiny, and it hunts ants, and it flies really, really low to the ground and is like ant and dive bombs the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And they were saying it can implant an egg in said ant in 1/20th of a second, just like pow.
Wow, that's pretty fucking fast.
Yeah. So ladies, be glad that your guy doesn't.
Yeah.
Get off that
I
quick.
think he's a 2-minute brother's being a problem.
Right?
About a 1.2 second
That is
problem.
a one-pump chump right there.
Wait, except it's laying eggs. So.
Right. But either way,
I'll
be glad you're not an ant in Madrid.
If you went to or an uncle, go ahead. How'd it go there?
Another flower, the Nepalese autumn poppy.
Hey, Nepalese. Wait a minute. Did you say Nepalese are popping?
Nepalese autumn poppy.
And
of course, everything that's interesting about this, you can pretty much figure out from the name. It's in Nepal, blooms the fucking autumn, and it's a poppy. But the reason it's cool is that it's found in the mountains at really, really high altitudes, like over 10,000 feet plus.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of people have like just tripped on them.
Yeah.
And that's like the highest altitude poppy plant they found out there. In Tanzania's Eastern Arc Mountains, somebody tripped on a giant millipede, which has been nicknamed the wandering leg sausage because it's about that large.
Jesus
and
Christ.
is the world record largest millipede species they've found. Yeah, so there's that. In China, somebody was digging around like you do and
discovered
found
Chinese people.
found a fossil of a now extinct thing called the Diania cactiformis, which is like basically looks like a walking cactus. They believe is like an old ancestor of certain arachnids and arthropods and stuff like that. And it's about 520 million years old.
Oh,
I was thinking it would look like if you had a cactus, like there's a Final Fantasy monster and there's a cactus that walked around on legs.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of what they were describing it as.
A walking cactus.
Pretty much. There's a really neat new tarantula somebody tripped on in Brazil, which is
I would not
neat
want to
and
trip on a
cool
tarantula.
because it's an iridescent, hairy blue tarantula.
Oh.
What really tripped me out is that that's not the first blue tarantula somebody's found, but this one's just like iridescent and glowy, and therefore must be cool.
That's definitely sounds like a Final Fantasy monster or something from Lufia and the Fortress of Doom.
Yeah. And now, the number one most ridiculous new thing somebody fucking's found is a mushroom. And it is called Spongiforma squarepantsy.
Oh no!
What?
The SpongeBob SquarePants mushroom, which got its name because it looks like fucking SpongeBob, and it's a mushroom.
No,
it smells fruity, and it's found in Malaysia, in Borneo.
Why?
I don't know,
Why?
but
Why
I told you it got
proper
worse.
names.
So yeah,
F is for fire.
dear
F is
science,
on the
stop
whole-
naming shit after kids' cartoons that have been proven to make your children dumber.
It's true.
Thank you, MIT.
Wait, hold on, Josh. You didn't watch like SpongeBob SquarePants as a child, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Remember anything from my childhood? Ah, damn.
I don't know. I'm still drunk.
Woo!
So there you go. That was the top 10 new species from 2011.
Well, there you have it. So, yes, if you're listening and you've discovered any new species, be sure to drop us a line. And don't name it anything ridiculous
Yes.
if you can avoid it.
Name it after yourself like normal people.
But yeah, so that wasn't so bad. That
So yeah, neat stuff we found. That's what I
neat
got.
stuff, neat internet
go.
things, face eating.
Thangs.
Face eating
Face
naked
eating
guys.
is always fun. Naked guys. That's not bad.
So yeah, so if you're gonna be naked and eating somebody's face, don't do it in Miami. You will get shot to death.
No. We'll save these Dear Angry Tims for when we have a Dear Angry Tim. That's for sure. We have time for one more segment.
Oh, good.
Our X-Files segment.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
X-Files.
I have one of those, too.
Yes. Should be exciting.
Josh has the most depressing.
Yes.
I don't think I could.
But
top the next
yeah,
file.
where we tell little short humorous anecdotes which are funny and from exes. You don't have to actually give their names though, because it'll probably be best so that there's not any.
Yeah, that'd be awkward if they were listening.
Oh yeah.
I was a big fan of your show until you talked about me being a slut on the internet. Like,
Don't
now it's
fuck
out there
one of your
forever.
friends. And
It's like, but you fucked all my friends.
yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, wait, no, that's your ex.
Yes. That's a lot of my exes. But yes. So we'll start with let's start with Pete because he's got one raring to go.
Yeah, actually, I wrote it down for like a week ago.
Just think of one while Pete's talking.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Oh wait, we should have done that off the mics. Oh shit.
Son of a bitch. Edit that out in post-production. So I was dating this girl. We were living together. And there was one day, she calls me up at work. And I was like, okay.
Working where?
At Philcore
Okay.
when I was at the plant. So, because you hit me up on the headset and you were like, hey, you got a phone call, it's your girl. And I was like, oh shit, something must be wrong.
Uh-huh.
I go up in control room. It's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? So, and she goes into this whole thing. Like, I was on this website, this forum website, and I found this message that you sent to your ex about how you couldn't wait to see her because you were going to like do all this stuff with her and blah, 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 and getting her in bed and et cetera and so forth. And it was just like last week and all that. And I'm like, and I'm thinking that she's going on her tirade. And I'm like, I stopped listening once I got the gist of it and let her go and was thinking about, what the fuck is she talking about? I haven't been on that website in fucking like a year. Wait a minute.
Did you check
So-
the date?
Yeah, she did. That's why she said it was like a week ago, and I was like, man, that's. I was like, wait, when did you say this happened? Oh, the date stamp is like it's like February something something something, and it was like the week previous. I said, okay. What year was I sent in? Silence for a second, and she goes, I am so sorry.
Very nice.
It's like, yeah. So you're okay then? It's like, yeah. I feel like an asshole. I was like, all right, good. Well, as long as everything's cool, that was when I was actually with that girl. So I'll see you when I get home.
yeah.
And proceeded to giggle to myself for the rest of the day. Needless to say, dinner was really good when I got home that day.
There you go. See, see that's
That was
perfect.
awesome.
That was an X-File with a happy ending.
Yeah.
Let's see, X-File. Josh, have you thought of one yet?
No, I actually.
Okay. All right.
He blew his X-File load last time, I
Oh,
think.
wow.
We got like 3 out of him.
Yeah, that was
So I
like-
won't blame him if he doesn't have
That was like X-Files the movie. That one. That was
It
definitely.
was frightening.
Yeah.
There was black ooze,
Yes.
stop signs. It was crazy.
The truth was definitely out there.
It was.
You know, I listened to that episode twice.
he fuck me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. A good X-Files episode. Good X-Files episode.
There's so
Okay.
many.
Let's get. Okay, this one's kind of tragic, but since it was so long ago, it's actually can be funny.
It's met that statute of limitations.
Okay, so this goes all the way back to my first marriage. So we're talking like 19.
500 years ago.
Yeah, I'm 19. So when I was young, my heart was
Well, now he's 519.
yes, was not really quite like an open book. It was
He was 19.
my
Had a TV show for a day.
my ex-wife was fucking insane. I should probably throw that in there. And violent, very fucking violent. Like she punched my car door and dented it
Straight off.
completely inward. Like, imagine the Incredible Hulk with breasts. So yeah. Anyway, so I was taking Aikido at the time.
I know where this is going. This is awesome.
And Aikido is a martial art form all about redirecting the force of the attacker.
It's a lot of like judo flip.
Yeah, like an attacker comes at you and you just redirect their force away. And there's a
Flow
lot of
like water.
falling on their parts, and then you try to
You
like
lightly stepping aside.
reason with them. So that being
Whilst they
said,
wield a screwdriver.
so now of all things, you think, well, gosh, my wife wanted to fight me. Yes, like fight me, not like argue with me or have like a
Or play wrestle to sex.
No, wanted to fight me, like punch me in the face and kick my ass. Now the reason for this was because I was going out to play a role-playing game, actually.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, yes. Not like role-playing, like some kind of sexual role-playing. Where I'm
like
the
Dungeons and
dominator
Dragons type of
yeah,
shit.
like a stupid, dorky Dungeons and Dragon-y. No fucking way I could either A, harm anyone,
Or get laid.
B, get laid. So really, for things that your husband could go out for, that would be like number one on your list. Right. In fact, number one, number two would be like church. You know. So
Either way, you're slaying demons.
yes. So I guess they're both really fantasy games. But
Jesus rolls a 20 to strike.
oh, whoa, he does double damage.
He
Oh, wait.
struck the hearts of millions.
Critical heal.
saying, man?
Jesus saves and takes half damage. Yes, that's a T-shirt.
So Jesus gets first strike, but passes it to someone else.
Turns the other cheek.
Yes. So anyway.
We could do that for hours. That'd be a show in and of itself.
Any Christians still listening? No. Okay, good. They're gone.
Good
So-
we've gotten rid of the Jesus fans.
So she grabs my keys and throws them as far as she can. And I'm having like a Henry Hill moment because I'm like, Shelly. I shouldn't have said her name, but I won't say her last name. So I go and I find the keys and I come back. And when I come back to my car, which was a Subaru station wagon. Now, I'm walking on from the passenger's direction, and I'm hearing this smash, like this tremendous metal, like someone is trying to smash down the metal door of a building with like one of them battering rams the cops use. And I notice my car is going and shaking back and forth. So I'm walking. I'm not even running at this point because I know there's
no use in being hurried about things.
there's no fucking use to being alive. I know I'm not going in a rush because I'm not going to be able to go out. I'm not going to be able to do anything. And I'm married to this psychotic, so I'm not even going to be able to spend time with her. So there's no way to undo the suck. So I'm just walking up. And I look, and she's just punching, like the Incredible Hulk, my door. Now you're thinking a broad is punching your door.
And it's a really good image in my head because she's green and has tits.
That's pretty good. That's pretty close. And she's punching it, and she's denting the door. She's denting in the metal of the door. This is not a plastic fucking car. This is a metal car.
Because
she's
back when you were
denting the door.
driving the station wagons, they probably had wood side paneling,
Yeah,
too.
this was an older station wagon.
She had splinters and
Back
everything.
in 93. So
1893.
yeah, so the horses are spooked. The carriage is shaking back and
I like making
it's
fun of
sitting at a
Carl for
stop
being
sign.
old. It's just funny.
So I'm like, what are you doing? Stop! Why are you punching the car? And because she's like kind of crouched down and punching it. So because she didn't want to punch the window, she just wanted to punch the door. I don't know why. I'm like, why are you punching the door?
Easier to bang out dents than
Why are you
replace
punching the
glass?
door?
I
And she
don't
says,
know.
because you're not here. So she's like starting to chase me. And where we were at, it was like an apartment complex, and it was like a giant U-shaped driveway thing for everybody.
So
and in the
insert-
center was a mesa, almost,
So insert Benny Hill theme.
with trees growing on it. So I sort of like head up the hill when she's chasing me. I'm kind of laughing because she was like she wasn't necessarily fat, but she was like fucking like ox, like strong.
Strong like ox.
And then
in Mother Russia,
at that
wife
point,
beat you.
I was very slender and very built to run away. So I run up the hill and I'm like, come on. And it's not because I didn't want to beat her because I was a terrible person.
Which you'll notice how roles have reversed at this point because I don't know if you've ever met Carl's wife, but she's about as thin as
She's
this mic
very
stand.
slender, and now I am bulky, strong like a bull. But I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, even if I was somehow going to beat her ass, which really, it was a flip of a coin at that point because she was like, she might have got a hold of me and done some fucking damage. She was pretty fucking tough.
Hey, if she's trying to kill you, it's on. That's all.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm trying to get away. I'm like, nothing good's going to come of this. Not that I was like a benighted good person at that point. I just didn't feel like fucking fighting. So I'm running. I run up to the top of this hill, and it's pretty much getting to be dark at this point. And she's just like, come on and fight me. So she like runs at me. And I'm tired of running at this point. She's like, chugga, 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 chugga. She's running like the juggernaut at me.
Juggernaut, bitch.
And so she runs at me.
Yes.
And
So bad.
I do this like really quick sidestep thing, kind of like grab her
Flow like water.
like by the back of her neck, but I'm not really grabbing her. I'm just taking her energy, twisting her, doing some Steven Seagal shit, and sending her caterwauling onto the fucking ground. And she gets up, she's like, "Oh, don't do that faggot shit. Stop
fighting me with physics."
So she runs at me. She's like, run. She goes to swing at me, and I kind of like do the sidestep thing, redirect the force of her punch. I send her along the path of her fist onto the ground. And I'm like, stop it. Please, just fucking stop. And now she's completely enraged in a psychotic rage. Because now she's not even mad at me that I wanted to
This
go
is how it
out.
works.
She's just mad that now she can't hurt me or upset me.
Because he is calm, like
Yes.
ninja water.
So finally she's like panting. She's so furious, and she's worn herself out some because she's been running at me, and now she's just like, "Come on!" She's like, "Stop doing that faggot mosquito shit and fight me like a man." So
The Don voice.
So come on. Fist fight. And I go, "What? Do you want me to fist fight you like a sailor?" And but I say it in a very faggy, condescending fucking, "You want me to fist fight you like a sailor?" Like that, which I know is just going to aggravate her further.
Well, at that point, you kind of have to.
Well, I'm hoping she'll tire herself out, or at least eventually laugh, which sometimes would happen, and then there would be possible sex afterwards, because she was kind of like a Viking in that regard.
Angry sex.
You are a puny man, but you have amused me with your antics. I shall now fuck you. And so,
That's Marion material.
dude, I was stupid and insane. So,
you think?
So she's coming at me and she's swinging at me, but like she's hot and now she's tired and it was summer, so her hair is like sticking to her face, and she's swinging her arms like Michael Myers swung them at Dr. Loomis at the end of Halloween 2 after his eyes were shot out. Wow, wow. And I'm just like, dodge, and I'm like making, and the whole time I'm thinking +10 to dodge angry wife, +10 to dodge angry wife. So I'm like, yeah, I'm role playing. I'm my own character. I'm trying to put myself out of the moment so I don't get angry.
It's an eye game.
So she comes and she swings, and I finally kind of grab her arm and like swing it up under her. And eventually later on that night, we ended up fucking. Because at this point, Ross had come out to be like, to either A, watch, or B, stop me if I actually got angry and tried to like kill her. Or she got lucky and actually tried to kill me.
Right.
And which happened before, which leads me to a much briefer.
Well, that's why it's good to have like a
X-File.
pocket Viking.
Well, so she so another time, which she got really angry at me. I made some very fucked up, snarky comment about fucking her sister, who was like a twin. Where she and I would always joke that, yeah, I could totally. If I could fuck you, I can fuck your sister, dude. You're twins. And so she got like
love
cocky
that.
with me, and I said, well, it was something about, yeah, why would I fuck you? And I was like, well, dude, if you want, I'll just go see your sister. It's the same fucking thing to me. And I closed the door. And at which point then I start to hear the pounding on the bathroom door. And I'm like holding the door closed because she's like pulling on it and might pull it open. And she's out there with a Phillips head screwdriver. I know it's a
God.
Phillips head because it went through the very thin paneling of the door. And I'm like, don't break the door. It's not your door. So somehow that stopped her. And so she said, you got to come out here sometime, you little faggot. You come out here, I'm going to fucking stick you like a pig. So I'm
Very
in the
healthy
bathroom.
relationship.
So I'm in the bathroom. And this wasn't like drunk girlfriend, she'll get out of it. This is sober girlfriend that fucking means it. So I'm just like, eventually you'll fall asleep and I'll do the same thing to your sister. And boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna fucking stick you. I'm gonna bleed you. So eventually, once again, Ross, who was like keeping a distance enough, close enough so he can hear and laugh and be entertained, but far enough so he can still be entertained, but close enough that he can intervene
if necessary.
if necessary. Talks her down. It's like, please don't stab him to death in my parents' bathroom. That's totally not cool. I didn't fucking marry you. Don't take it out on me.
Yeah.
So eventually, it was like, dude, just shut up in there so she'll go away. So eventually, later on, both times that night I got laid. So that's my X-Files story.
By her?
Yes.
And Ross. Both
never
times that
never
night.
fucked her sister. Never fucked her
Wow.
sister.
That's too bad.
One night, I was almost to the point where she was drunk, and I might have talked her into getting her sister involved. But then petty jealousy got involved because her sister was slightly thinner than she was, which drove her fucking crazy, like with anger.
Yeah, that's a girl thing. The other one always thinks the other one's hotter for
So,
whatever
yeah,
reason,
so
and
that kind of
it's-
backfired against me. It's easier. Yeah, so if you're listening out there, fellas, it's easier to get two girls that are really close friends and think they're sisters to fuck you at the same time than to get two actual sisters to fuck you at the same time. Which takes us to Josh. Josh?
How many sisters have you fucked lately?
Any angry breakup stories that you haven't already told us?
I just do not have them today.
Oh, gosh. Well,
He drank a lot yesterday.
he did drink a lot.
I don't even know the count on that one.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, that was our X-Files segment. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, last time I didn't really have one, so you know it works.
And it was humorous. It was humorous. It wasn't like the black eye story, which could have gone either way, which kind of
What was that?
tragic-ish.
That my ex was involved with that, but that was it was a messy thing. I just got into a fight with other people
which is
because
insane.
she was gonna fuck some other guy. I figured I had a right to be all angry.
Well, yeah. Like right after the breakup, that's a little too soon.
No, this was what caused the breakup.
Oh, well, in that case, then it's definitely too soon.
Yeah.
Or something like that, because that's one of those. We have to technically fight now, dude.
It's amusing because it's the second time that a girl I was dating thought it was smart to tell other people at the party we were at that she wanted to sleep with a different guy.
Which, once again, would be okay, but she kind of has to break up with you first. And it's better to do it before the party so you're not there.
Right. That would have made sense.
And it's more polite.
And I mean, and it's okay to think about it. Like, I understand people are people. You
Well, yeah,
know?
bitches think about it twice as much as dudes.
And that's cool. And I mean, and if you were to, it's one of those deals. Like, if somebody came to me, like in either of these situations, like, oh, I totally, totally sleep with that guy. All right, cool. You think he's attractive? Because at the same time, I'd be like, well, yeah, I'd totally fuck your friend too. It's whatever it is. And
Yeah.
If it's on, it's on. And if I like guy, then hey, maybe. You never know.
Yeah. Knock yourself out.
But when I got to hear it from like, and it's not like one of those things, because both of the times that this happened, it wasn't like the jealous girl at the party of my girlfriend was like, oh, she said she just to fuck
it was
that up.
the
It was
concerned person.
no. It was more than one person. Both times it was like a bunch of like the closer friends that I had were just like, yeah.
dude.
So she totally told us this, and we figured you ought to know.
Yeah, if she told us
That's
this,
kinda fucked
then it's
up.
fucking on. It's not like she
Yeah.
told her best friend and we overheard it. Then maybe it was just best friend talk. No, she
Right.
told us, which means she wants you to know she's going to fuck dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And it's not like she told you like, let's keep our relationship open. I'm going to fuck that guy. Do you want to watch and jerk off on my face? It was
That would have been different.
I'm going to do this in the most disrespectful manner.
Right.
More about disrespecting you and being a dick than actually getting the dick, which makes it not erotic and fun.
Because
But
both those times it was at the point where I was already like completely wasted.
yeah, so it's jerky.
Yeah.
Definitely jerky.
So it's like, had she just shut the fuck up and done it, I probably wouldn't have even known, which that would have been all right too.
Or you were so wasted, maybe drag you in, you fuck her face, you know what I'm saying? At least it keeps it within the erotic play of a relationship.
I mean, I'm comfortable enough to be open to like having a threesome with another dude and a girl. You
You're
know,
like,
like
dude,
that's whatever. I don't give a fuck.
finger cuffs.
Especially at that point of being drunk, I
What was
really
it?
wouldn't give a fuck.
What is it you always say? It's not gay if your balls don't touch.
It's not gay as long as it's not gay as long as you don't make eye contact during the tap.
Or the okay, yes. So Pete's very loosey-goosey. You know what I mean?
And for those
so
of
for
you-
a chick to go out of her way to do this,
I think
makes her a dick.
I think I should explain the tap as well, because
Oh, boy.
there's probably like one or two girls out there that may not understand the tap. Most of the guys could probably put together what the tap is, but if you're a guy and you're DPing a chick, and for those of you that don't know what DP, that
Double
actually
punch.
means double penetration.
Oh, whoops. See, didn't know. I was thinking
so
donkey punch.
if you're having a threesome and there's one girl in the middle of two guys in that sort of sexy sandwich,
yes.
and one guy's got frontsies and the other guy's got backsies,
Yeah.
the tap is when the nuts tap each other, because in that situation, the holes are close enough together that it's inevitable.
Yeah, that's just going to happen.
It's going to happen. And it's only gay if you look other guy right in the eyes when it happens.
Yeah. Well, it's like the urinal thing, you know?
Yeah, you
Basically,
don't make
both-
eye contact with another dude when you're pissing
Yeah.
in the public bathroom.
So you just sort of
same
look
idea.
away and you're like, yeah, or you look at her.
Yeah, you stare at her or at the back of her
stare
hair,
at her tits, or
pull some hair and look
Something.
someplace else.
Yeah, but if their balls tap, unless you
gonna
look up in
happen.
fright, like you have balls too. That's
or if the positioning is just weird enough where it works. And then if you get into that whole DVDA, that's a fivesome, and there's gonna be-
DVDA. Dare I ask?
that's the name of Trey Parker and Matt Stone's band because it's the highest paid a porn actress can be, which is double vag, double anal.
Wow. My head tilted sideways.
I've seen it. It doesn't seem like it would work for anybody other than just like, yep, it's a porn, and okay, I've seen it. Check that off the bucket list.
Interesting.
ComeOnHerFace.com. Just saying.
Oh, win. But yeah. So there we go. So that was an interesting segment.
Something happened where spider rape was useful.
Mentioned. Okay.
Spider rape?
Yeah.
Spider rape
Who
in
was
your
talking
face.
about being afraid of spiders because of something bad happened with them and a spider? And were you there for that?
No.
Shit.
Now, if you're saying bees, I'm afraid of bees.
I don't like bees either, but somebody
bees
recently
don't rape you.
was talking about spiders and like rape and the same kind of thing, and I was like, spider rape in my head, replaying our episode, and it was really funny, but because of the story and the context was totally inappropriate, so I had to keep it to myself so nobody
I
cried.
was being raped by a person and a spider crawled on me or something.
It's something like that. It
Spider rape in your face. Sorry, couldn't resist. But
Everybody
it's funny.
gets one.
Were you bitten by a radioactive spider while being raped? So every time you're raped, you get special superpowers?
Yeah, instead of squirting, webs.
Ooh, like Spider Babe.
Like Spider Babe. Yep,
Holla.
exactly.
Which the entire show
If
was
you haven't
worth
seen
it.
Spider Babe, Josh,
Yes.
check it out.
Yeah, she's actually, when she first discovered her powers, she's masturbating. And she's like,
Oh,
and when
right.
she comes, she squirts spider webbing out of her twat.
There's a porn company out there that does porn parodies of popular movies, such as Lord of the G-String, which, yes, is Lord of the Rings and that kind of thing.
Most of them are really Playmate of the Apes. Most of them are really, really terrible.
But they're like B science movie terrible, where
Yeah.
it's so bad it's just funny to watch. Like you couldn't actually jerk off to it.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious, and you should get all your friends together and a lot
Unless
of
you're really
alcohol.
demented. Because that one scene where she was masturbating was pretty neat. And then, you have the
Well,
web sprayed.
there's plenty of demented
What
people out
was-
there.
What was the scene?
He just told you.
I just told you. She's laying there. She's
masturbating
naked.
and
she's
she squirts
masturbating.
webs.
And like when she's about to come, like normal masturbating
Out of
on
her
bed,
vagina.
and you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, feel her titties, all that good stuff. And then like all she comes, all this web just goes split onto the fucking her dresser, and you're like, whoa, okay, she just performed a Spider-Man technically, but that makes sense given the name of the fucking movie. But yeah, okay, now I think we've completely discussed our listeners, and.
Unless they like porn, in which case,
Yeah,
they're
in
probably
that case, we
switching
probably going
websites
to play
as we
that part
speak,
over
yeah.
and over again. But well, hey,
Yeah, tell us about the webs.
yes, spider rape in my face. But yeah, so that brings us to
now.
our end. It gives us that sort of a feeling that we like to have at the end. There it is. There it is. And,
It's better when somebody else does it too.
yes,
Just
which,
like spider rape.
spider rape. In Josh's face.
Spider
You've been listening to That's Life, a Baby Boy production, episode 23. And thank you so very much for checking it out. You can listen to or download this and any of the other episodes at that'slifepodcast.com. That's right, you can check it all out for free at that'slifepodcast.com. Be sure to subscribe, and subscribe on the site or instant notification via email whenever new episodes are posted. If you've enjoyed what you've just heard, be sure to tell a friend, and Josh,
Tell a friend.
and help us spread the laughter as far as we possibly can. So from all of us here at That's Life, this has been Josh-e-mon,
And Pete.
Peter, and Carl bidding you an adieu, a spider rape in your face, and an adieu. Oh, do. You guys are getting me hard.
Good night.
No, you know what? Fuck you. Go listen to it, fucker. Yeah, it's on. It's up on the web. Go fucking listen to it.